Hey, watch out! Back up! What did you just say to me?
Well, I said, what is going on in this town?
Oh, I thought you said something else. Well, I just got here because I was being chased by the Grand Navy.
Don't hit me with that emo backstory. Just give me what is going on up here.
What? Some dude just told me that there's a funny little symbol up there and it's a little kingdom. I don't know. There, maybe you should go look at it.
I'm not gonna do your stupid deeds for you.
Well, do you want to fight?
Welcome back to another video. This time, it's another 10-minute long video also by Soleil. Very cool. Go check her out, as I said before. Yes, click. And also, shout out to this random dude, because I have no idea why, but he asked for it. So, anyways, this one I have literally nothing prepared. Haha. It's the other side of the PvE. The Villainy. Anyways, here, when she enters the Assassin Syndicate hideout, I have no idea where it is on the map. First, she is looking through the assassination contracts, and you can see here, they do community service. I don't know why and how they do community service, but they do community service. So we gotta hunt them all down for that. It's very, very too hero worthy to do community service. See, this person only did community service. Top target. Anyways, on the right here, you can also see the Assassin Syndicate flag. Very, very clear. More clear than anything that we have seen. It looks very cool. I think it's a funny little reference, sword and shield. Because the Grand Navy is a shield and the Assassin Syndicate is a sword. Which might have lore implications. In the battle, you can see the new visuals of wind magic. And it looks very, very sick. Personally, as a wind magic main, I like it a lot. It's definitely an improvement from World of Magic, but it's also kind of fits. It's like a lot more windy in this. And surprisingly, the person that she is fighting also uses the exact same wind magic with the same variant. But during the battle, nothing really interesting except for the part that her opponent uses 2 magic and a weapon, and sailing and a deckhand. So you see here, some of her crew has different things, the different colored names and titles. These are deckhands. Basically, you find random travelers scattered around on the map, and you can recruit them if you meet the requirements. And yeah, they just become deckhands, and they don't do anything. They're just part of your crew, a visual thing, but they do give stats. So they give stats, but just like the other parts of your crew, they don't fight or anything. They just stand there. Nothing notable here, except for the fact that you can see the Sky Islands, and also a very, very, very cool looking dragon figurehead, and I think these come in multiple colors too. This is just a little ship battle with the Grand Navy. Nothing interesting during the ship fight. However, you notice that Soleil is using Arcane plasma cannons while having wind magic as a base magic. The main reason for this is because testers can just outright switch their magics, but you can do this too normally because Arcanium cannons, or anything Arcanium, keeps the magic they were first binded to. Basically, whenever you find an Arcanium cannon or make one from a shipwright, it automatically binds to your base magic. I don't think you can change it, but they keep that forever. And if you don't have a magic, for example, if you run a non-magic build after First Awakening and lose your magic, they will just bind to a random magic. And you can trade these as well, so yeah. The individual cannon types can't be changed, as that's not how they work. But yeah, you can have, yes, very cool. This also works with rams and probably Arcanium weapons, though I feel like with Arcanium weapons you can change the magic that they're bound to. However, Arcanium weapons aren't made yet, so it might not be that way. Here you can see aggro lines from the captain. So it's a bit chaotic here, but the ultimate art magic circles came from the captain. That was a sand ultimate art. It looks to be a beam, and then there's another normal explosion one. This is like, looks like the 20 blast, but you can see the curvature, and I think that's just, it looks really cool. It looks like a lost spell, but yeah, curved explosion multi-blast. You can see here the new steam effects. When any heat magic hits the water, they now create a steam cloud which deals low damage over time. Here, Soleil just talks to Amber, a criminal shipwright. Again, nothing interesting, just a bit of text. And here, our first glimpse of the widely renowned island. You may have guessed what it is just by looking at it, or just by me saying that it is well known. But that, by the size, by the location, and by the trees on it, I can say that is 99.99% Dawn Island. The island that you wake up on with literally nothing. There's also an interesting tree behind it. I have no idea what island that is and why it has a singular tree on it. And I think that's the rift behind it as well, which is just a large rock cliff face that you can't get past. You might remember it from Arcane Adventures or Arcane Reborn. But yeah, very interesting to see Dawn Island and where it's located. And here Soleil showcases a bit of the free running, which is just if you sprint and then just face towards anywhere that you can free run, then it just automatically runs, which is why it's called free running. You can also see a bit of vaulting action where she vaults over a small ledge, so it's not like World of Magic where you have to high jump every time. You can just walk into it and you'll automatically climb over it, which is very cool. And this fight, I find it very funny because, well, you'll see why. America. Anyways, here's another conjurer that dies extremely quickly. Yeah, nothing, again, very interesting about this one. And here, she's in Palo Town. You can see the Cannon Fist mentor. So, Palo Town Cannon Fists. I think this one actually, apart from showing how treasure charts work, I actually think it shows something else, which is the ability to switch tools when you're in picture mode. And if you remember, if you tested this out in World of Magic, you might have noticed that you can't switch tools when you're in picture mode. And I found that really annoying personally, because I liked it being in picture mode sometimes because it just feels very cool and nice. But now you can switch tools, so you can take very cool shots while your UI isn't showing, and not requiring to turn off picture mode when you want to switch a tool. So if you don't have ears or listen to this without sound, you might have not heard this, but the prisoner dock of Silverhold has Silent Towers theme. Another World of Magic theme that has returned in this magnificent, better version of World of Magic. And you can see here, there was actually also great indicators of the new damage indicator. I forget if I said this in the last video, but the orange flashing things is when you deal more than 33% of their health, which is kind of like technically a critical strike, I guess you could call it, but it's not like a critical hit where it just deals extra damage. It's just if you do 33% or more of their health, it makes a funny sound and indicates that you, oh my god, you did so much damage, they're gonna die. You can also see he switches to fighting styles and punches the criminal, which is interesting because even though it did 47 damage to the marine, it did nothing to the criminal. So, just interesting. Another interesting thing is that the criminal immediately uses a light attack, and the light balls shoot out before the light magic circle appears. But yeah, other than that, nothing much. In the last bit here, Soleil is showing how to clear your notoriety, which is, if you don't know what notoriety is, it's similar to GTA 5. Basically, the more notoriety you have, the stronger and more often the Grand Navy ships will spawn on you. But yeah, it seems extremely easy to clear your notoriety, so that's about it. It only costs 20 galleons. Yay, Happy New Year's. It's New Year's, and I probably posted this like a month late, but